High top sports where the takes don't miss. The prof with the stats, the champ with the fist. Water bringing fire, cowboy, tie riding bold. Bulls calling bets, watch the stories unfold. And it's truly eyebrows running the show. It's high top sports, baby.
Let's get it. Let's go. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The internet is broken right now. Everything is in shambles. I usually keep a list of things that I plan to talk about, clips in my bookmarks on Twitter. And Twitter's not working. I had a few things pulled up on some other sites that are on 3. It seems to has crashed from what I can tell, unless it's just my side of the things. I don't know if Lane's breaking the internet today or what's going on, but we are in it. We are rocking and rolling right now. We got a lot to talk about. We're going to talk about the Heisman race here just in a little bit. Cody was having internet issues as well. I don't know if we're being attacked by LSU. I don't know what's going on. We're going to play a clip from our guy locked on Ole Miss, Steven. Very interesting clip. I have it on my phone in case we can't pull it up, I guess. I don't know. I posted it last night, and I have it to play, and now Twitter is not working, so we'll figure it out. We have a follow gate happening where shout out to Shay in our Discord, and who I guess uses like AI technology to see when someone follows somebody on Instagram. And hear me out. I know it sounds crazy, and I was like, maybe Tyler was right. We're probably a little bit too deep into this, but we're here nonetheless. And I confirmed that it worked because I went and looked and tried to see if they were following him. It's not that it checks when they follow that they're following him. It's when they started following him, which is intriguing to me. Because I was not following on Instagram, and Shay goes, "Hey, you started following too." And I go, "Okay, that's weird." So we'll talk about that, and then yeah, I know Shay's gonna be insufferable in the chat. I know. I apologize, but he found it, so it is what it is. And then parking lot gate, which is a fun stuff. So, man, oh man. I'm the mayor of Publix, and Lane asked me to help him move the parking lot. Well, good morning. Happy to have all of you guys here. Again, little fun morning show here, ready to rock and roll on this beautiful Tuesday. So some rumblings that it's going to be a good day. It's going to be a fun day. We'll see what all that means. But as of now, everything is broken. So I'm intrigued to see why that is and what's going on. Yeah, it's still not working. And we'll walk and roll. I don't know where Cody's at either. Cody was here. He had a quick little meltdown, and now he's missing. So maybe he got abducted by LSU. Maybe they're going around picking everybody up, flying them around in their PJs. It's possible. Could be happening this morning. I did want to talk about the Heisman race here a little bit. We've talked about it every single week. And I think the consistent thing that we've had this entire time has been the lack of, I guess, aura the Heisman race has not had. And it just seems like that again. Julian Sayin has climbed the ranks. And when you think of Julian Sayin, not that he hasn't had a great year, because he has. I mean, he's had a good year. I don't know about a great year, but a really good, healthy, consistent year. But when you think Heisman, I mean, Julian Sayin doesn't pop up. It's like LSU coming in at the last hour for Lane Kiffin. It's like, what? Like, sure, it makes sense, but it's like, where'd that come from? Marshall Reed sits in third, and then, of course, Fernando leads the way. I think it's Fernando's to lose, personally. Let's see, Cody just texted me. He says everything is screwed. He's losing his nuts. But I was wondering, I wanted to see how the odds would adjust with Marcel's performance on Saturday, because it was an interesting one. First half of the game, he almost eliminated himself, not necessarily his team from the SC championship, but everything with how he performed for the first 2 quarters. And then he looked like a Heisman candidate the second 2. And everybody's like, there it is. There's your Heisman. And I'm like, you throw 2 interceptions. You had a fumble. You almost lost the game at the end and had South Carolina had a chance to win again. Was it really a Heisman performance? Played great for 2 quarters when you needed to. Got the job done, which is highly respectable. But Fernando hasn't missed a beat. Fernando hasn't slowed down. And I think that's going to be the key, because I don't see Indiana losing. And On Saturday, he threw for 400 yards. Now, Julian's saying, very similar, I would say, to the Fernando. He is the second favorite. He could come from the clouds. Being at Ohio State, it's got a little bit more of an aura to him. They got that big Michigan game at the end of the year. That'll have a little bit of eyeballs on it, some weight to it, where he could have a moment that he could surpass Fernando. So it'll be interesting. But again, do you think we lack the aura because it's the people that are involved? Is that what it is, do we think? Or is it because there's just so much chaos in college football this year that it's dropped down the totem pole? I mean, the coaching saga that we have is unreal. It's nothing like I've ever seen in college football. I think that it's chaos on the front end with college football as well, just in the sense of how we're seeing the playoffs unfold. And you know, we talked about it when we went from 4 to 12, that when you have 4, and I remember I said this 2 years ago, and I said it last year too. When you had 4, the reason why we didn't like it, because it felt like 5 and 6 could be 4. And when you're that close, it's like, man, you just got to extend it a little bit. Like, give us 8. And the reason I think this was because we remember back in the day, like 9, 10, 11, 12, like they were 9, 10, 11, 12. Like it was probably 4 or 5 teams than everybody else, but this was pre-NIL era. So that played a huge factor, I believe. I think the parity of across college football has changed dramatically. Like now, the problem is that 1 through 20 are all pretty dang close. Like 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4, 5, 6, yeah. But like the true disparity isn't as big as it once was. So when you get to 9 to 18, or even 8 to 18, maybe 15 this year, I do feel like that the 16 on definitely should not be in the playoffs. So I'm reaching a little bit. But 15 to 8, it's like it's anybody's game. It comes down to, you know, just honestly an opinion based on the polls, on who they want to be in there. And like again, I think BYU's getting the elbow. I think who else? BYU. Oh, Utah. Just not a lot of love. Not a lot of love. So all interesting stuff here. I guess Cody just doesn't want to come hang out with us today. So we're talking Heisman. There's 300 people in here. Be sure to smash the like button, subscribe. As you can see, we're talking about Heisman. We're going to talk about Ole Miss fans reacting here. I'm going to pull up the clip from... Oh, no. Just waiting on host for Cody. That's not good. Please hold, people. Oh, there he is. There's our one we love. What are we doing, Cody? We just don't care anymore? We're just...
Boy. What a monumental, total botch.
We're not looking the part right now, Cody. I mean, if Lane was watching this, like, hey, like, who do I want to go hang out with? We're not doing well.
God dang, my internet stopped working. The link stopped working. What? Twitter doesn't work. On3 doesn't work. Like, did somebody like nuke us in the middle of the night? And we're the lone survivors.
It's like the two worst sites you could break right now.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Wow.
Yeah, everything's down. Everyone's in shambles. There, a couple super chats before we get into the Ole Miss fan reacting. $5 from Steve Flex. Thank you, man. $2 for the Locked On Ole Miss comment section is in shambles. On their video. I want to show the clip, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to show it now. Any comments, thoughts on rumors on the message boards that UF and Lane are supposed to meet in person today? No comment. No comment. No comment on that. Let me see if I can get this video up. I recorded it last night.
I can tell the chat I took this week a vacation for a reason.
Yeah, you got lucky, I guess.
Nope. No beer reviews today. We have to be responsible adults. I gotta take the car in for a appointment for oil change rotate, and then I'm going skeet shooting today. before my duck hunt.
I was
So
wondering when that was. I
yeah,
hope
duck hunt
I
Saturday.
hope the world breaks today and you're not here.
Really? I mean, the skeet shooting thing's like 10 minutes from the house. It's
Oh, okay, you
it's
can rip.
close.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I can rip. But firearms now called don't mix, so we're gonna be responsible.
All right, so play the song.
22 day, yeah, my bad. I need to overcome. Be Semper Gummy.
Let's play this little video here from this was on the Ole Miss. We had Steven on, and I thought it was hilarious. I tweeted it up because I thought it was hilarious because the Ole Miss guy that he had on was just obliterating Ole Miss. And Steven, and that's why I want you to see his face. He's fuming. And this was the first video that I had seen of Steven from the Locked On where the acceptance has hit home for them on and again I kind of said this on yesterday's show that based on just the LSU drama, it really like it would be a weird rekindle if he were to go back to Ole Miss, just given how like Ole Miss fans are in shambles right now. I mean, and look, I feel like they have a right to be upset. Like I kind of defended Lane yesterday that because people were calling him a scorpion and rats and like the national media that was just praising him after that the short documentary came out about his reconstruction of his image and who he's become. Like he just burned it again and within 4 days because of how this thing is handled. I think is a bit much. But take a listen to this and then we'll talk about it.
The guy, it's not his fault. Somebody offers you $15 million a year and you go live in Florida. I mean, come on, you can win national championships on a better bet. You got better NIL money in Florida, better NIL money in Baton Rouge, better NIL money in Texas. Ole Miss can do a little bit and everything, but I mean, you got to give the guy a chance. It's his decision of what he's going to do. I understand it's going to hurt some feelings, going to do everything. If he stays, great. I'm all for that. If he goes, there are some coaches out there you can bring in.
So there you go. There you see Steven's face was just like, what are we doing? But the big thing you hear him say there is like he talks about understanding that Ole Miss is a stepping stone. Like we have to have the understanding that this is what Ole Miss is. Is you can't blame him for wanting to go out. Like what we've been saying this entire time. Like he's getting so much flack for it. So it was very honestly refreshing. I think that's what, and I try to get better at that too. Like it's fun to troll and it's fun to talk smack. But and you and I kind of got into it the other day about this. Like sometimes, not sometimes, all the time, fans, we get very hubris and we have a hard time stepping back and having a little self-reflect. And like when you were ranting and raving about Kentucky being ass, I'm like, well, Florida really hasn't been anything to write home about in the last couple of years. Like we ride and look, I defend this just as much as I criticize this. I'm very like I love our team more than anybody, and I will talk the greasiest as grease gets. But there's also a point of like understanding where things are currently. And again, because I watched this thing yesterday where it was like, well, Florida without Spurrier and Urban, would they even be? I can't stand that. Like it's like if you remove any monumental moments.
Bear Bryant, Nick
without
Saban.
George Washington, are we America? Like, what are we talking about? You know what I mean? Like that. It's just that's just so ignorant to say. Like, without these monumental moments, do you really accomplish anything? Like, sure, other schools have won more during different times and eras. Yeah, I hear you, but and again, it's just that stuff irritates me. I do believe that we still are a powerhouse type of situation, but to think that we are, we haven't taken a step back just because of the inconsistency that we've had over the last 15, like we have made atrocious hirings since Urban. I mean, it's just a fact. It has not been good. And the one thing that does, again, feels good is it feels like we are operating a bit different this time. But yeah, that's.
Well, the hirings are not, that it's not like there was no good hirings. Right? Like other people have gone and had success.
Yeah, Mullen wasn't horrible. When Mullen got hired, that felt like the right hire. And I still think that it was.
Mullen,
I mean, it took us almost.
Mullen did it to himself. Mullen decided that he wanted to be a offensive coordinator for the Jets or whoever else, and he still didn't get his bid, and he kind of quit. I'll never forget the timeline of Mullen pretty much quitting and all the rumor mill about him getting an NFL job. Do you remember that?
A little bit.
It
We
was
just started this.
It was like night and day. It was like the guy just quit overnight. Like, I'm going to the NFL to go be an OC. Like, it didn't happen.
Didn't even do
And
that.
now he's at in Vegas. Like, I think if you probably asked Mullen if you could have make him drink a couple of Bud Light Limes. I know that's his beer. If you make him drink a couple of Bud Light Limes and make him get the wheels greasy and ask him like, do you think you messed up a little bit? Because he probably, I mean, I know NIL came a little bit behind, but if he could have just held on and then NIL would have kicked in,
Yeah, it
I
was
think
2
he
more
would've been
years.
fine.
He would have had to coach 2
Yeah,
more,
2
well,
years.
finish that year, and actually there's one more season if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, because that first season was that A&M year where they had that record-breaking class, and they kind of like were doing NIL before NIL was a thing, and so they never got in trouble for it because it was like, oh, this is what NIL is now. But it was Napier's first year when it all kind of started rocking and rolling here. But the portal was open.
It was definitely a rumor. For people saying it wasn't a rumor, I can find 25 articles right now. It was a rumor he was going to the NFL, be an OC.
Yeah, I don't remember it, so I can't confirm nor deny. But yeah, it's again. I mean, he wasn't the worst hire by any means. McElwain and I loved Muschamp, so I'm not even gonna say anything negative about a Muschamp. $2 says Cloudflare outage. 1/3 of the internet is down. We've been having a lot of this lately.
Yeah.
This like we're
More
losing.
players?
Huh?
Fucking tinfoil hat.
It happened like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Remember, like everything. Like I remember I was having issues going on the live, and everyone was giving me crap for it. But Amazon was literally down.
Yeah.
Weird stuff, man. Weird stuff.
Hell, I remember just a couple months ago, I went to go to the store and we couldn't even buy anything because like
No
the
cards.
whole system was down. It was like
China.
Kroger or something. It was big. China.
Maybe look. Maybe sex has just got that much power, because it is. Is it ironic that the things that we're looking to need to get to be able to communicate are down, and it's like, hey, we're gonna move. We're shutting down all communication. Let's go back to 1995, baby. I don't want anybody to know where we're going. Like, hey, we're going dark. Over, and just shuts it all down. Because now nobody knows. Well, I got parking lot gate that we're gonna talk about here in just a minute.
The real Army sniper. God dang.
What'd he say?
I'm not reading it. You can go ahead and swing at that.
The Buddy Martin one?
No, the other one, the most recent one, all the way down.
I don't see. Is it politically related?
No.
Oh, I see. Oh man, Buddy Martin said no one is meeting in person. If someone is saying that, they are dumb. I love how I don't know, meeting what today in person. It's wild times, boys.
You're saying for a fact that it was happening. I thought you were saying that I didn't know what I was talking about. It wasn't a rumor. No. Yeah, he quit. He definitely quit. Quit. Yeah, dude, we are in shambles. What are we gonna do? I mean, the only thing to do is like move everybody to one location, set up our own internet, right? I mean,
At this
I'm
point,
not like a tech guru, but we gotta set
at
up
this
our own
point.
internet here.
Yeah, I was trying to. Man, I was up late last night scouring the internet, just trying to. Again, and you kind of you get too much into this, and you start to get a little bit of, I don't know what to call it, not cold feet, but just kind of like,
You gonna be true?
Yeah, well, it's not even that, man. I've said it since the beginning. Like the whole thing, I don't feel comfortable with at all. Lane operates in Lane world, and it does not make me feel good whatsoever with how he's functioning.
Right.
And LSU getting an opportunity to do whatever they need to do doesn't make me feel good. And we're talking to our guys, and again, our side feels confident, and I respect that, and I still love that they do, but. I wanted to go see how everyone else's hubris is looking, and there wasn't much. There really it kind of all forums, all message boards kind of quieted down. There were some LSU people that did feel confident. Ole Miss was kind of talking as if like the future is already here. Like, hey, like let's go look at, like Summerall was an option. And there was a legitimate conversation of like, hey, like we want to go get Summerall. Like we're pretty set on him being our next guy. And we don't want to screw around. And this is what I said. This is when Steve, again, I keep saying this. When Steven came on, I was like, oh, they're going to wait. I'm like, Ole Miss isn't dumb. They're not going to just wait around and allow for them to get behind the 8 ball either. So, again, I think the hard knock thing here is the playoff. We really needed to win on Saturday. I think if we won on Saturday, we would have avoided all of this, to be quite honest with you.
Well, here's the thing. Well, maybe not. It might have juiced it up even more. Here's the thing. I commented on Gary's breakdown last night in their chat, and I think I hit it on the head. This whole thing, like Ole Miss has gone from Florida is not at the caliber of program as Ole Miss. That was the first narrative. To well, the deal is, the extension is signed, or he doesn't do anything with extensions or anything like that during the season. Then it flipped the switch to, they started getting a little worried, and it was like, oh, well, he's toxic anyway, and we don't want him. And, we're if he doesn't want to be here, Ole Miss will be fine without him. Now it's like, oh, welcome John Summerall. Like, we're looking for our next coach. We're done with them. We gave him the ultimatum of today or tomorrow or Friday. And, if he doesn't want to be here, he doesn't want to be here. Like, that's it. We're done.
Yeah, and for people saying
it's
that,
it's wild how the narrative has flipped almost every single day. There's a new narrative. Like when you had the Ole Miss guy on, they were saying that Florida and Ole Miss was just as good a job in Florida. There's no reason for him to leave. And now it's like
the thing that I kept saying, and it now is starting to come to the top, is like nobody was actually saying that, hey, then why would he leave? They kept pointing to the timeline being the caveat for why he wouldn't leave.
Yeah.
And I was like, if that is your only ground to stand on, I would be majorly concerned. Like, you're only saying that he's here because the timeline puts him in a wrench. And again, once that time, and I was like, the timeline didn't concern me, but now it feels like the timeline concerns Ole Miss, as it should. And now that's where it's like the truth came out, was like, oh, he never actually liked us. He was just here because he was trapped here, essentially, based on the circumstances.
Here's the thing. Late last night, I even saw, and I know it's Twitter, I know it's fandom, but I mean, I saw to the point where they want to fire him today. They want to fire him with cause.
They're frustrated. They're pissed. Look, I want to read this real quick. Money says the rumors of meeting Florida face-to-face are lies. If he get caught, he'd be fired immediately. Now he can face time to do it or whatever over the phone, but he can't do anything till after the Egg Bowl. Yeah, and that's LSU was saying the same thing, because LSU people were trying to report that he was in LSU, and it's like, if that were the case, if there was any truth to that, and they could prove it, he would be screwed. So again, now in the same breath, if he, again, the rumors of him meeting with Florida, it was confirmed in NACO's that his family was here on Sunday, that his son and wife were here. Now the details of who was all here, I know Lane was not, but Pete NACO's did reported that his family was here on Sunday.
But if Ole Miss decides to move on, because that came out from On3 also, that they put a deadline in, because they don't want to be left at the altar either. Everybody doesn't want to be left at the altar, but they're still going after the same bride is the problem. So somebody's getting left at the freaking altar. Yeah. I think Ole Miss is like, wait, hold on. We don't feel good about this. So here's a deadline, because we gotta figure out, we got a game to win. So if you're not going to be here, like, cool.
It's crazy to think that the two schools that are basically seasons are over, LSU and Florida, are, and you got Ole Miss that has an entire year on the table.
They're on a historic run.
Historic year, and they're over here fighting for their life. I don't know who's going to be their next coach. It's just wild. I mean, you've never seen it before. And that's why they're all mad at Lane, but it's like, dude, it's the circumstances that have been placed in here.
I think a perfect example is Oregon. Okay. Ole Miss is kind of a lot like Oregon. Oregon's been a stepping stone program. And until until Phil Knight decided he wants to win a national championship and lock Dan Lanning down.
I can't
for
put them
years
in the
to
same
come.
category. I know, I agree. I know what you're saying because yes, they have. So I get it. I just they're not the same because Oregon, in my opinion, has always had its own aura. I think Ole Miss has always been less than Oregon. And Oregon is much bigger now. But I get what you're saying because you had the Crystal Bowl of Taggart. It's like people use it as a stepping stone because of where it was. You just couldn't get everything you needed. Even when Phil was still backing it. It was still, I think, a bigger, maybe not. I don't know.
Well, they got tired.
see what
They
you're
got tired of
saying.
losing their coaches.
Yeah.
And he finally nutted up, found one that he liked, and was like, "Nope, not happening."
Well, they also, again, the Big Ten transition was a huge help too because it really put them into a different conversation. But look, I've seen people back and forth on the LSU thing. Like my thing is like, guys, like people are like, oh, not to worry about it. Like any that comes into this mix concerns me, to be honest with you, because it's Lane Kiffin. So I think LSU's interest from Lane is just to piss off Ole Miss and add a little drama for Gator Nation. I think he mutually agreed to become head coach and is just waiting until after the Egg Bowl. It's possible too. And I said that yesterday. I go, I couldn't see him just be using it for petty reasons, but if it gets too out of control, and maybe Florida's just like kind of forces their hand, does he do it? One thing I will say, I forgot to mention it last night. One of my favorite accounts, I can't even pull it up because the internet's broken. One of my favorite accounts on Twitter, Heisman, the real Heisman, he always tweets like little, like during recruiting season, he's my favorite account to follow because to me, he's kind of like the last domino to fall, if you will, to confirm what we've been hearing. Now,
yeah, he's spot on.
Spoiler alert, I've never met him, but I'm aware of him. So I love the relationship. So we're close to that person. I've never met him, but this brand is familiar with who that is. I love the way that he navigates. I think he's an absolute G on how he handles his business. Very subtle, but I've known now enough to rock and roll. So he hasn't tweeted much anything out in a while. And yesterday he tweeted two things. One was #compete and another one was get the clan ready. And I don't know what any of it means. And I don't care to know what it means because I just know that if he tweets something that it excites me. And he knows what he's doing, and he knows he's honestly like kind of Lane Kiffin-esque, like he's just has a good pulse of the situation. What I was going to during the recruiting season, he'll tweet like a little emoji that lets us know that hey, like it's a bat signal that it's dialed in. So I didn't know how to take his two tweets, but it was fun that in a time where you're kind of feeling a little nervous. That was a little comforting to me. That a guy that I know that is close to this,
Maybe a guy that is unified. Maybe everybody's unified on this hire. And if Florida,
that's
I think
for sure.
I think you go full court press. I think if you're Florida, you're telling all your insider media guys to just keep pumping it because the more stuff that comes out on the internet about Lane Kiffin possibly of Florida, it's going to piss Ole Miss fans off. It's going to piss Ole Miss off, and we might get him because he gets fired. We might win the game
see
just
Ole
out
Miss
of
being that dumb.
They gave him a deadline.
Yeah, I know.
They gave him an ultimatum. You're either going to do this or we're divorced.
Yeah, I don't know. Look, and Muddy was talking about the confidence. Look, I hear the same confidence, dude. I'm telling you. And then I actually spoke to someone who's still close to the situation, and he goes, I still think that he comes, but it is kind of chaotic what's happening right now. I like the guys like Shane Matthews. I got nothing against Shane. I know he hates us, but that hubris of that old style Gator fan is what concerns me. That's our brand, and I wouldn't change it for the world. But in this type of atmosphere, I mean, it's Lane Kiffin. Like, you have to kind of take a step back. Like, this is what happens to people. They think that like the Scorpion story was great. The analogy that we listened to last night in the Frog, because people think they can change people. And that's where Florida feels like, well, the hubris can get in the way of like, we're Florida. He would never do that to us. What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, Bama job comes open. We're batting down.
Yeah,
the
like it's
hatches. We're
just
trying to sign Nick
I
Nichols,
don't
sign a
feel
big
like
fat
we're
record.
just and I think we're great. I don't get it twisted, but I think Lane is gonna Lane, and he'll do whatever it takes to just what he feels is, I don't know, probably get the last laugh. Like after all, like he could throw Auburn into the mix if he wanted to. Like genuinely, I don't know if they would go down that lane based on how he treated them last time, but
Yeah.
I mean, he essentially single-handedly took that organization and down with the way he handled his antics last time. And it feels like he's trying to do the same now with two more organizations.
Well, and here's the thing, if he doesn't come to Florida, I still think we're fine timeline-wise. Because we're gonna know, like somebody's gonna have to make the decision. It's gonna have to be sooner than what we thought. I mean, we were thinking he wasn't gonna be hired till when? After the playoffs?
Well,
So
I think
this thing is really
so. I never
sped
felt
up.
like that. I felt December like 18th and 19th when we got those initial comments from Dan and Dave was kind of where I was at, which made sense, and I was okay with that. I accepted that we would miss out on the signing day, but this is best case scenario in my opinion. I think, but if you don't get him, then where do you go? I don't know.
I'm sure the University of Florida's got a backup plan. I'm sure it's
look,
ironclad.
I've said this. I've said this the entire time, and even after yesterday, the one thing that I will say, even with all the hubris from our sources, which I'm fine with, I'm not hating on it, is how they've navigated very quietly. I mean, I've said this. I say it all the time. When Napier is here, bro, that guy, my man could not take a piss without knowing what color it is, and
yeah.
Ever since this coaching hire has started and we heard this turnkey thing, and since the Strickland presser, we haven't gotten much. The only things, like if you go look at Zach Alverdi's article yesterday, like it's all from other people, per this guy from Ole Miss, per this source from over here, per this from on that side. This is what they're telling. Now, we are hearing things from, like we're all talking about it, but I said it yesterday, there hasn't been any hard facts. Like when the Napier thing was being fired, there was 45 million articles from On3 to 247 to New York Times to Washington Post. Like it was the worst kept secret in America. And this is close. We're getting there, but Florida's done a good job of being quiet.
This coaching search is kind of going chronologically. If you think about it, UCLA has kind of circled in on their guy. I guess they're going after the JMU guy. Obviously Virginia Tech gets their guy yesterday. So teams that fired their coaches super early, obviously have had a couple more weeks of vetting. I just think, I think we're close. I don't know how close because, Ole Miss could come out today and fire him and it be done. And then he's literally just then it's either LSU or Florida. Do I like that LSU is in the mix? No, it sucks because they're greasy. They're greasy and grimy, and it feels like, with as many problems as they have, it's still LSU. So I'm not saying they're a better program or anything. I'm just saying.
I like what you said about the chronological.
I will say this, guys. Like we said, we were thinking December. It's November 18th. It ain't even Thanksgiving yet.
Yeah. No, I do like what you said about the chronological thing because we talked about Allie. The way media news travels, there's surprises, but not as what there used to be because there's just so many talking heads and news travels so fast. It gets hard to really catch someone off, right? So think about all the coaches that have been named for either, jobs or what have you, and how quickly it was solidified where they would be going or staying, right? Like you talk about UCLA and them kind of being honed in, like that seems to be done. And more than likely, like the James Franklin thing, it'll happen. JMU is on a run right now, so they're probably respectively waiting. But I think, again, this is kind of those situations where JMU will let the guy coach it out. It's not like the Ole Miss situation, which is ironic, like to think that if they go get the JMU guy, he won't get nearly as much flack. And they're in D1. I know JMU is a much, much lesser school. I get it, but it's still very similar. The Franklin thing, although he was favored for other schools, there was never any true conversations that he would be there. It was simply just speculations of where he would go. But 2 weeks ago, we got the no 3 dropped, right? Which again, like a Pete Thamel tweet came out that, hey, there's the Virginia Tech seems to be heating up, and that was it. It was never not going to be Virginia Tech at that point. There was talks of obviously Kurt Getty. As soon as these coaching openings opened up, Kurt Getty, all these names popped up and boop, 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 were shut down immediately. Like there was,
Yeah, they all signed extensions.
Yeah, so 100% right. There's been a lot of direct lines and movement here, and the one thing, even with the confidence from all the Florida people, what I have learned, and this is where I do give credit to our on 3 guys and the 247 guys and our Sports Illustrated guys, our Cam Parkers and Dylan Olive, is they know they can't just go out and write stuff. They have to have some sense of confidence before writing something, and they can speculate, they can ask other people, but they haven't had too many articles confirming, or even just sometimes they'll say it without saying it. They haven't done any of that. And that to me speaks to because the people that are in-house haven't really give them the go-ahead, if you will, to, hey, yeah, you can write this. And I like that. Shout out to Strickland and the boys for navigating this like a pro. Hopefully we come out on top. That's how you got to close. You got to close moving like a G in lasagna. What?
Well, I got something else just to stir the pot even more. Kelvin Taylor, I guess, is coming back to the Swamp per his Twitter yesterday. I guess he's going to be assistant running back coach. I don't know how you hire somebody for a position unless you got your coach lined up.
Yeah, I saw that too. I'm glad you mentioned that. Yeah, look, we're deep into the weeds here. He tweeted, what, did you have the tweet, the original tweet?
Yeah, I can't pull it up though because Twitter's down.
It was something like, can't wait to get back to the Swamp next year, right? That's kind of what was the original tweet. And then he tweeted to Lane, he goes, Lane, that's my guy. Then you commented something, and then he liked your comment as well.
Yeah, and retweeted, and then commented assistant running back coach.
Oh, he did?
Yes. I just can't pull it up.
Oh, I didn't see. He commented on yours?
I don't know if it was mine, but I did see it last night.
Oh, I didn't see that comment.
Because I was juiced that he even, Yeah, I can't. I know for a fact I saw it 1,000% that he said assistant running back coach.
Yeah, Shea Matthews is in pretty. He hasn't changed his tune at all.
Which is, it's just all signs point like this thing's about to pop, but it's like are we gonna get a dud round though? You know what I mean? It's like you're shooting trap and then you get a dud round and it's like, whoa, what happened? What is this?
Yeah,
it's like you're used for the explosion, but and then the explosion doesn't happen. You go into meltdown mode. You got to do your clear check and see what went on. But it's just like, golly, it's like
again, there's things that I have heard on the back end from a business side that would make you feel confident too. You're like, why would they go through all this work for it not to happen? Like these are even with me hearing all of these things, I still have, and maybe I'm just being soft. Maybe I'm not built for the business. You know what I mean? I would love to maybe talk. And again, we had an Oklahoma guy who spoke to someone from the Ole Miss AD department that said, yeah, it's late in Florida. The LSU is honestly what throws more of a wrench into this thing. I wasn't really concerned about stealing him from Ole Miss. But let's talk about this for just a minute. So yesterday in our Discord, I'm not giving him a shout out again because he'll just take it and run with it. He'll probably clip it. But one of our guys in our Discord posted this little, okay, this is where it gets weird, but this little AI thing where it shows you how recently someone followed somebody. And DJ Lagway recently, within the last 24 hours, just followed Lane Kiffin. Now, he's also being followed by like Miles Graham, Fletcher Westfall. You have to take that into it with a grain of salt. I don't know when all that happened because they could have followed him during the recruiting. Like players following coaches is not weird. DJ was following Dan Lanning too. So that it wasn't the following thing that intrigued me. It was the timing of the following. And either way, I know I was like, I was kind of eerie of like, hey, is this thing legit? This little system. And I followed Lane. because I wasn't following him on Instagram. And our guy Shay was like, "Hey, you just followed him." I was like, "Okay, that's weird that you were able to see that." So very interesting that lagway. Now I do know from having our conversations with our network agency, Justin Girardi, and the other young lady, I can't think of her name, that they run his account. So keep that in mind too. I'm not saying DJ isn't on his Instagram, but I'm like 90% sure that they have control. I don't know if they're following people.
Buchholz followed Knox Kiffin.
Buchholz followed Knox Kiffin. That one wasn't as like, whatever to me. Like if I'm trying to recruit him, I'm going to follow him. Like that, if he would have followed Buchholz back.
Well, my bad. I didn't mean to cough. God dang, died. Well,
don't do that again, Cody.
Kind of
don't have a natural reaction, okay? No sneezing either.
We've kind of seen this where these players are going to these certain schools when they have decided to come early to Gainesville. Same with Georgia. They go to Buford, it seems like. But it's one of those things where Buchholz, that's where Miles Graham went. Like all these recruits that were coming to Florida and decided to move a year early to be close to the program, they all went to Buchholz. So
I don't think Knox is going to go to Florida though.
What do you mean?
I don't think he would. I mean, he's just going to go to Buchholz because that's where his dad. But I don't think he goes and plays for Florida.
Oh no. No, I'm just saying that seems to be the pipeline for incoming recruits, and that would make sense if Kiffin played for Buchholz, and it's close.
Isn't Miles Graham's dad coaching that school now, or is he coaching Gainesville? Hi.
I could check. Ernest Graham.
Heavy hits says send me Strickland's number. I'll get to the bottom of this. Yeah, Ernest Graham. Man, interesting stuff. I feel like everyone's putting in overtime to try to figure out what's going on. This is fun.
He's at Santa Fe High.
Okay, I know he's in Gainesville, but Jeremy says Kelvin Taylor pulled down the running back coach tweet this morning.
Go to a Tampa school, like a private school or whatever.
Jesus,
but it just seems like it lines up.
Yeah, $5.
It's
Jeremy,
just weird that we
got a lag here.
Yeah, dude.
Golly, I was like, what is happening?
Working.
I was like, boom. Jeremy, $5. Yeah. KT pulled down the running back coach tweet this morning, and Shay showed the Buchholz football now being followed by Knox. Again, that one isn't as appealing to me either. And I'm not putting a ton of stock into any of this. It's just, we're all trying to just figure out what's going on here and do the best that we can. Let me get this picture pulled up. Yeah, because Lagway could follow him and say he's going to Ole Miss. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know anymore. These I can't pull it up because Twitter's down. Gosh, dang it. Let me see if it's back up. Oh, man. Gosh. I was up late just scouring the internet, and somebody was posting. It looked like Lane in the parking lot at Ole Miss. Like, Ole Miss fans were tweeting him to show that he's still there, but he's... Huh?
With a mask on.
Yeah, right? Like a little shiesty mask.
No, like a COVID mask.
You think it was a COVID mask?
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
$5 in Jeremy, or maybe Cloudford took the K tweet, but I saw it too. Yeah. I don't know what's going on. It's weird that I feel like we're in the dark, which I hate. Like, I hate
1995 again.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? We
the
can just
worst
sit around and
possible
turn ESPN on. They'll finally pick it up. Just rotate ESPN. We would just watch ESPN news all morning.
I know. Remember the
Fox
back?
Sports.
We are ESPN News. Maybe we shouldn't. We should just stay live. And we just hit the breaker. That we read the chat. We'll call some. I can call Dave. Can you call Dave? See if we can get him in. We'll do like breaking news stuff, like on air.
Yeah,
we'll make this like we'll make it feel. We need some mute. Like we need the and now.
Yeah,
that's what I want to figure out.
I
need a little tone because that's not a jingle. What is that called? That's what we need next. We've got the intro music. We've got a stupid beer segment. We
Wow.
I
Wow.
need more of that. We need
It's
that.
not a jingle. It's just a sound. It's a like a rhythm or a I don't even know what you call it.
I gotta call Dave
Like
because
just a sound button.
he has his phone hooked up to his roadcaster. I need to get that in.
Are we
It's called
calling
a
Dave?
breaking alert. The sounds of breaking alert. We almost have 800 people in here on this beautiful Tuesday morning, so which is pretty incredible to have on our morning show. So give us a call, or not give us a call. Make sure you subscribe, and drop the like button. Much appreciated. We're trying to get to 30,000 subs, so if you guys could do that, that'd be great. I got a few.
When if you were a predicting man, when would you be locking into ESPN or Fox News if Twitter's down?
Say that again? Oh, for a timeline? I don't have one for you.
You don't have one?
No,
You're not going to give the chat a timeline?
I don't have one.
Oh, just don't want to risk it to get the biscuit, huh?
I don't have a clue. Hey, yeah, we're you're live. You're on the air. All right, is that okay?
Okay.
The reason
I'm on air.
Yeah, the reason we're calling, I don't know if you've noticed, but the internet's down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cloudflare decided to flare up.
So we're like, well, hey, we're live. We're having a great conversation. I'm like, well, we like, there's nobody has any news sources. There's no outlet, and we realize we're like ESPN in 1999, where we might just be the only source of news right now. So I was like, well, let's see what Dave's up to. Let's see if I know he's working the phones. Our very own Adam Scheffner. What's the vibes right now after the LSU saga yesterday? It feels like all has been quiet on all fronts. What are we hearing, big guy?
I'm kind of sending smoke signals. I guess now that Cloudflare decided, as I said, to flare up here through text messages and all that. Of course, we were aware of the LSU visit. I think most people on the Florida side knew that was going to happen anyway. I know a lot of people were freaked out by it, but it was expected. They were supposed to visit both Gainesville and Baton Rouge to begin with in the first place. So nothing from either one of those days really was a big takeaway for me now. From what I've heard behind the scenes, there still seems to be optimism from the Florida side. Talked to a good source yesterday that gave me some good news. We'll see if that good news actually evolves into something. I would say that if anybody's worried about like LSU or going to Ole Miss or anything, Florida's still very much in it as well.
Okay, I think that was. I mean, I was kind of talking like I still nervous because I've talked to you and again your confidence has not wavered. And I will say, Dave sometimes has a weak stomach for these things. He's been extremely confident. Go ahead, Cody. Hold on, Dave.
Can I ask Dave a question?
Probably going to figure something out within the next few days or the next week or so like that. I mean, I don't think that's anything that's breaking news or anything. Most people know that a decision's got to be made, right? Ole Miss put an ultimatum on Lane Kiffin for the Egg Bowl. I personally don't think he even coaches the Egg Bowl. From what I'm gathering, but I think today you might be seeing some news coming out of Florida. We'll see. I don't know if you're going to see the news on X because it seems like that's down. So I don't know where you're going to see the news coming from. I would say if you're a Florida Gator fan and you can't get on X or can't get on something that gradually updates, I would say stick to maybe your 247s, your on threes, refreshing, that kind of stuff, like the old school days.
On threes down.
Or you can join the High Top Discord because we're going to have constant updates throughout there. There's a few insiders in there.
Discord's not down.
We have, of course,
Discord's
me as
not
well.
down.
I provide the info there as well. So if you're trying to look for some updates, come join the High Top Discord.
Hell of a plug. This guy is a professional. My X is still not working. They're saying the X is back up, which is good, but mine is still down. What? Cody has a question for you, Dave. Hold on. I'll re. He can't hear you, Cody, so I'll have to.
I think X is down for some people and up for some.
Okay. What's your question, Cody? You're frozen?
Oh,
Oh, Cody.
I was about to say, if he's talking, I can't hear him.
You won't be able to hear him, but I don't know if he can hear. He can't hear me. We're all being hacked right now, Dave. Can you hear me, Cody?
Yeah.
All right, go
Yeah,
ahead. Ask your
go ahead.
question. Hold on, Dave. Go ahead. Ask your question.
You said that Ole Miss has kind of put a
Hold on, Cody. He can't hear you.
ultimatum down.
You can't hear
How
you, so you
firm
got to
do
make
we
it.
feel?
He can't hear you, so you got to kind of give me a shorthand version. I gotta tell him.
How firm do we feel that we could actually see a firing if he does not give them the timeline of
Do
what
you
they
think Ole
want?
Miss would fire Lane due to this ultimatum? Is his question.
I think they would fire Lane. Yeah, see, that's an interesting situation because if they fire Lane, they're going to have to pay their side of the buyout. I wouldn't foresee them, quote unquote, firing Lane just based on the fact of having to pay a buyout, considering with it. But, if it comes down to an ultimatum and he says, look, I'm taking another job, I mean, what happens there? Do you say, okay, well, you can't coach the Egg Bowl, we're going to terminate the agreement, and then you guys, I would believe Lane and Ole Miss would sit down and say, here, look, this is, if you're leaving, this is what's going to happen, and go from there. But as far as that situation, I wouldn't assume Ole Miss would want to pay that part of that buyout and try to get out of doing that. But also, I don't think that buyout's really big anyway. But that is
$4
interesting.
million.
That is a good question.
And you don't think he coaches the Egg Bowl game right now, right? As of now.
As of right now, I don't think he does. Now, if he decides to stay at Ole Miss, of course he's gonna coach the Egg Bowl and everything else. I just, for right now, I do not see him going back to Ole Miss as of this moment. But I could be wrong.
Okay. Well, Dave Solder, everybody. Thank you, Dave. Go give Dave a follow on X at High Top. Dave _ what is it?
We're gonna be going live and updating the Discord consistently throughout the day. So if you're not a High Top premium member, I would suggest become a premium member and join the Discord. That way you can get live updates from Delta. We have Woods, we have me. Cam Parker's also in there. Connor Clark's in there. I mean, lots of info flowing from all different sides and sources. So you'll get constant updates there.
Dave, you're the man. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you, buddy. All right, we're not going to stop there. We're going to get Cam Parker. We're going to get boots on the ground from the journalist perspective. I always love getting to the journalist perspective. Let me give him a text here.
And for people saying that they did not give him an ultimatum actually or a deadline, On3 reported it. And
Yeah,
those guys aren't just those guys are not reporting stuff that's fake. They do not do it.
Yeah, that was per Pete Nakos. Apparently, look at this. Rudy Wayne, Texas has done deal Lane to LSU. Done deal Kiffin of Florida. I love it. This is insane.
Yeah. Done deal John Summerall to Ole Miss. Yeah, we need a reporter in the bushes at the airport.
God, we
need paparazzi. Bro, we need paparazzi like outside the Michael Jackson thing when he put his kid outside the window. Like, we need that kind of paparazzi, okay? We need that kind of reporting.
$5 from Jeremy. And people waiting for the beer review. No Lane updates. So no X, no beer review. Today is terrible. Can we at least get the song? Yeah, I can do it.
Nope, knows the brew. Hey.
And he's frozen. Oh, there he is.
Nope.
I was like, what is going on here? This is crazy. All right, let me
we're willing this thing. I mean, we are feeding the hamsters. We are willing this thing just to keep alive here.
We're doing everything we can. Again, smash it, like it, do all the good stuff. I'm trying to get my
done deal. Les Miles back to LSU. This is so wild, man. This thing has really turned. Like a week ago, just think how fast this thing. A week ago, we weren't even like, it was just speculation. Like, he was staying at Ole Miss. Now Ole Miss is ready to fire him today with cause.
Oh, here we go. Let me play this clip. This is from the Shane Matthews show.
Guys like Shane you have to deal with 1,000 times every
I don't
hour.
worry about it. I mean, it is what it is.
But your listeners do.
Yeah. I mean, I still think he's coming here, and I'm not wavering.
Buddy Martin, Shane Matthews, handing out the smoke here. That was in our Discord. We got Dave and the boys working hard.
I guess I can pull that up. C2.
Say that again.
Discord. Pull up Discord. See if anything drops in Discord here.
Yeah, we're trying to listen. We're kind of running out of topics here. If you hit a Gator, I'll drive to Gainesville right now. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there aren't plenty of people that are surrounding that.
The airport.
Yeah, there has to be. There has to be.
Are we getting Cam on?
He hasn't responded. Maybe he's breaking up with me. Oh, I got another clip.
Shane Shelton from High Top wants to play golf with you. That's fine. I just don't have. My group plays real golf with real handicaps. Don't touch the golf ball until it's in the hole. If he wants to come play with us, that's fine.
Let's go, baby. I mean, what do you think? I was gonna play fake golf? I don't understand how that works. I love he says we play real golf, and then he says we use real handicaps. Listen here, real quick. Handicap lets me know that you ain't got that dog in you. If you got to use your, I mean, I'm not gonna get into a pissing contest because old guys love to use handicaps. Maybe it benefits me in this equation. I hate it because handicaps, like, you come out there like, yeah, I'm a 9 handicap, and I have to give you like 25 strokes. And again, that's how the sport works. I get it, but my thing is like we go straight up, big fella. We go straight up. Like I love it. Let's go. My guys, we play to the balls in the bottom of the cup. That means no gimmies, none of that stuff. I'll give him every putt he wants. I don't care. He's a dog, bro.
Seems a little.
He's a
little
little spicy. Yeah.
He's
Yeah, right? Like,
irritated
you don't even
with
know who I am. Like, oh, we play. Like, yeah, you gotta assume that I don't play golf, and then you make the comment we use real handicaps. My handicap's gonna not hurt. My handicap's a 2. If you look at my index, it's not gonna help me. And the only reason it's probably, and it's not that great because I haven't played in a while, consistently. But when I was keeping score, it was a 2. So it's not gonna benefit me. I love when people say that. I hate when I go to these tournaments and you have to play with your handicap. I think it's called Stableford, I think is the game. And I have to go shoot like 6 under to have a chance to win. And people who shoot like 90s, like I can't, that's the part of golf that bothers me. I'm more of a kind of guy. It's like, hey, let's go out there. And if I play with you enough, like if we talk smack, it's mano y mano. Like there's no strokes because nobody knows who's better or good. When you play with someone for a while, you're like, hey, I'll give you 5 strokes or whatever because I just know your game. I know that that's a fair, reasonable amount. And I understand what he's saying. We use real handicaps because people try to stand back. So I get what he's saying, but I love it. I appreciate the clip. That was funny.
I don't think he's much of a fan of us.
I mean, probably not. I don't know. Maybe we'll get Dan Thompson. We'll see what he's here. I know I was talking to him a little bit last night. I know some of you guys are still upset with him, but guy's working hard.
Maybe this will be his rebirth.
Bounce back, yeah.
Bounce back. Everybody deserves a bounce back shot. That is a big swing he took, though.
Twitter's back.
Dang. Is it?
Yeah. Who took a game, a big swing?
Dan did.
Well, I mean, look, he said keep your phones next to you on Sunday. They visited on Sunday, so maybe that's what he was alluding to. Obviously, not nearly the same, what we thought it was going to be.
Yahoo Sports now reporting the ultimatum thing too.
Yeah, that was pretty significant. I saw that a handful of times. That's why I felt comfortable talking about it. And I just looked. Delta sent that to me 2 weeks ago that there was an ultimatum from Ole Miss.
Bro, LSU now. I haven't ever seen an LSU fan on Twitter. Now it's just flooding my timeline and probably because of the Lane algo. But it's I'm kind of worried.
So SEC Mike tweeted, and I agree with this. There's somebody said that the money LSU is offering Lane per sources are off the charts, which I think Florida, whatever they were offering, was going to be off the charts too. Go ahead.
Didn't the governor come out and say they weren't doing that?
I mean, saying and doing it
That's
are two
what's
different.
weird.
Saying
They don't even have an AD. They don't have an AD right now. They fired their AD last week.
I gotta close this off because that's gonna annoy me. But then SEC Mike said this claim that LSU has offered Lane Kiffin more money than Kirby Smart makes at Georgia. Smart's salary at Georgia is 13.2 this season. It kind of makes you question what he's done to deserve all of this. That was something that we've kind of alluded to too. It's like, man, like you're gonna be coach poor. I mean, you're gonna be dropping 13.5, 13.67 probably on Lane Kiffin, and it's like that's just how markets work, though. Like you have to. Because he's already top 9, so you've got to give him more. And I mean, Kurt Singetti moved his way up to the 3rd spot. So what has he done to earn that? So anybody that gets a new job that has any type of credibility has to be above Kurt. And then you're like, well, George's or Kirby's contract's just outdated. It's not necessarily that he's,
I just think if you're gonna leave, you might as well and obviously I'm a Florida fan, but like LSU, like you're gonna go live in Baton Rouge. That place is a 3rd world country. It's terrible.
I mean, sure they'll find a nice place to live for him. I don't think they're really too concerned about that.
I don't know. I don't know. The LSU stuff does have me worried, but it'll be interesting to see how this thing folds out.
They're looking apparently LSU. So right now, from what I saw as of yesterday too, Kenny Dillingham is the one leading the way for LSU.
Yeah. And the betting odds.
Yeah, and I think Lane was like plus 700 or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, here I can pull the image now.
Do we have betting odds for Florida still or no? That thing's shut down.
That thing's gone. Look, this is the photo.
Oh my god. Was he outside the prison?
I don't know.
Got hemmed up for a DUI? Jesus, that ain't Lane Kiffin. Yeah, my Twitter algo is cooked.
Yeah, it's definitely in shambles at the moment. My guy Jeremy, $5 says, smoke him, Shelton. No Lady T, Shane. P.S. I've got binoculars up in the hammock. No private jets thus far. Jeremy just, I don't think Jeremy leaves that hammock. Yeah,
He
no
is the
Ladies
flight
tees.
tracker.
I'm sure they'll want to play from the whites or the blues tees, which is fine. I think tips are for the losers anyways. There's only like a handful of people that should play from the tips, so I'll be fine with that. I don't know who he plays with. I'm sure he's good. Like I honestly, like, listen, I'm gonna be frank. I can hit the stick, but where these old guys are good at. Sorry,
his group's gonna be Urban and
and Spur
and the boys.
Yeah.
Well
worth getting fouled.
Could this timeline be working out though? Could we imagine where I know Urban's coming back this week for the announcement of getting into the Hall of Fame,
passing the visor
at the game?
You know what I thought
Can
last
we have
night?
nice things?
You know what I thought last night? I go, who breaks this news? Who gets to send the tweet heard around the world? Like if I'm Lane, I go to some small reporter at whatever school I choose to go to and let them know, like, hey,
Would be Zach Alberberti again. He got
no.
to break the
I'm
news
talking
for the
like
Naples
they're like 2 days on the job.
Oh,
like
my God.
Dylan Olive, like new to the game, would be like that. Would like that kind of like that. And Dylan's a dog, but like just in the sense of like how long they've been doing it and just credibility, like. They're not like as big as well, no, like Zach I've been for 20 years. Like that's not the same thing.
Maybe
Dylan's 2 years
maybe
into
he
the
saw
game.
my
And I
maybe he saw
selfishly
my
I
Juice
just want
Kiffin
Dylan because
tweet.
he worked for High Top for like 5 minutes, and I'm like, High Top broke it. That's kind of what I want. But
Maybe he saw maybe we get it. Maybe he saw the Juice.
yeah, that would be
Juice,
wild, right?
Kiffin
I get a
tweet,
random phone
AI.
call from Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Oh, brother, that would be nuts.
Do you even think they would believe us?
No. That's
Like,
why
would
I think
we- would we
that's
do
why
a
I think
beer
it'd be
review
funny
before?
if he goes to a small reporter like Cam. I feel like Cam's a little bit bigger than like again like I'm talking like literally like you don't even know who they are. You'd have to Google them to figure out who it is, and Google wouldn't even tell you who it is.
Yeah.
The problem
It
is
comes
it
from
would
the alligator.
no, not them. No, gosh no. We could ask to see if Knox will come on the show from a recruiting perspective for sure. That'd be a good one. Yeah, almost 800 people in here, boys. Let's try to get some more likes in here.
Yeah, it's quite interesting how just everything is just it's like by the second. He goes to the Locked On Old Miss guy.
Twitter's down again.
Oh God.
Short-lived.
Things.
Short-lived.
I mean, maybe Urban makes the announcement at the thing.
I don't know.
I'd like to congratulate Florida's new coach, whatever number it is. Lane Kiffin. Can't wait to see you.
Could be interesting. All right, my Twitter's working here now.
Even Lou's saying Kiffin's coming to UF. Old Uncle Lou. Maybe Uncle Lou breaks it.
That would be fun. We played Tennessee this week, and we haven't even talked about it once, and it's Tuesday.
I know. We had great shirts, too. I got one. The
This
Rocky
guy
Flop
says
shirt.
every ounce of brand help this documentary that the documentary of Lane Kiffin did for Lane is gone.
I seen last night somebody put this is a Netflix special in the making. Oh, for sure, dude.
Oh yeah. Dan says he can't hop on right now. He's probably busy working the phones.
We got a great shirt. Rocky Flop shirt.
Well, boys and girls, I think we're gonna shut it down for now. We'll keep our ear close to the situation as much as possible. What?
We on call today?
Yeah, we got to be on call. So
Okay.
if we'll see how it all rocks and rolls. And the thing is, I'm sure that once if there's any movement today, it'll be hard to keep it under wraps for sure. So
Yeah.
we're keeping him from coaching college football players equal firing.
They could just tell him he's not coaching. They could suspend him. They don't have to fire him.
Yeah, true.
They could put him on a what do you call it? Leave of absence.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Lock him down from the building, which I think
That's
the players
probably
would
what
just
happens more than a
probably
firing.
quit, right?
Sorry?
I mean, you got to think about a player aspect, like they could go and shit the bed at the Egg Bowl and quit on him and not make the playoffs.
Yeah, they got to win that game still. I mean, I think they'll be okay, but it just you lose obviously the controlling the situation.
If your whole team quits because your AD gave him an ultimatum and they suspended your coach with cause.
I think if you're Ole Miss too, you've
like those. Let's not forget. Let's not forget. Those guys aren't 4-year guys.
No, I know.
Those guys are mercenaries. Those guys are transfer portal guys. The whole team is transfer portal. So let's not say like, oh, they bleed hotty toddy. Okay, like they're there just to get to the NFL. All right, or get to the next school. Like Like, this isn't like, oh, we built this program for 6 years and we got some super seniors and, guys that have been around the program and da. Like, this team is a team full of mercenaries. And if you go and you put Lane on suspension and say he's not coaching for the rest of the year because you gave him a dumb ultimatum, which I don't understand anyway, even if he takes the Florida job, I'm letting him to try to win me a national championship. Who cares?
No, and that's kind of what I've always I've kind of, I would say, beat the drum on of like, they're like, oh, we're not going to let him coach because we don't want to, deal with whatever nonsense it is. But it's like this
They're
team
not there. They're not
Yeah.
there for Pete Golden. They're not there for the AD. They're there for Lane Kiffin.
Yeah, I don't know how he could
What
easily.
are we doing?
He could easily ride it out. Easily ride it
They
out.
could
No
all hit the
question.
transfer portal. They could not even have enough to play. They could have to forfeit.
No question. No question. Let me take. Yeah, dude, everything is down. My goodness. I was gonna look at On 3 to see if there was any more message board drama here in the morning. People were starting to wake up, but it's not even working on my phone. Here we go. 10 hours ago, LSU handle says, I'm starting to think Lane Kiffin may be playing LSU like a fiddle. Again, nobody has the nuts to stay in the paint. It's unbelievable.
No.
Zero, the Discord link, I will drop it here. 1 second. I'll drop it in. If you're a member, so you'll see it. It'll be in a private, the private chat on YouTube. I'll update it right now, actually, while we're here.
Yeah, I think Ole Miss is miscalculating this wildly. This could go this could go very bad. Like extremely bad. They could have a bunch of kids just say, "Nope, fine. We don't have our head coach. You're going to suspend him, not let him coach us out for the rest of the year because he's taking a different job. Fine, whatever. We'll just sit out. We're all hurt. Everybody's hurt." Like, the whole rivalry pageantry with the Egg Bowl doesn't mean anything if you don't have a head coach. Those guys aren't 4-year guys. I mean, some of them maybe, but the majority of the starting roster isn't.
Yeah.
What do they care? And half of them probably going to Florida anyway or wherever else he goes. They're getting in transfer
I've never
portal
understood
anyway.
that. I didn't think that he was going to, like, they would just, Matthew Horn just became a member. Appreciate you guys. I just dropped the link in on the YouTube for the members so you guys can get into that Discord. It's bumping right now. I see people are jumping in there, getting after it. Look, what's weird is that even this thing seems to be quiet. Our Discord is a bit quiet from the crew. So I think everyone's kind of just working the phones and trying to see what they're hearing, what they're seeing, what they're feeling, and doing what they can.
Oh, it's because they're in voice chat.
Are they?
Yeah. We can get Delta on.
Should we hop in there?
I think we should probably warn them before we hop in there.
No, it's just me.
You want me to?
Oh wait, I'm in the wrong
You
one.
want me to? You're at Central Florida Basement. Log.
Come here.
What that mean?
Come.
Oh,
Line
you do whatever you
face
want.
and Line 9 face.
Oh, I could.
Should we tell them that we're coming on? That they're going to be live here in a second?
I can't unmute myself in here.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it on my phone.
Hold on, boys. They knew that they were on. They're not. Luckily, they're not on the show right now. Tell you in there, Cody. Hold on, boys. Dave's like, why are we live in here?
We're good.
Everyone's muting. I can't talk to them.
Well, Delta's gonna talk.
You got to talk to
That's
Delta.
some-
I can't. He can't hear me.
Oh.
Hold on.
See if he can hear me. Can you hear me?
Hey, can y'all hear
Yeah,
me?
Delta.
Hey, Delta, are you cool to go in this? All right, I'm gonna bring it in here. All right, let me. What sucks is I can't talk. I don't know why this thing is muting me, but all right, we're gonna unmute it. All right, they can't hear me, so you got to talk to them, Cody, through the phone,
Okay.
and let them
Can't hear
know.
nothing now. I can't hear anything.
Hold on. I think I can just talk to him right through here.
Shambles. I don't know why it won't let me unmute. Oh wait.
Got it?
Hey, can y'all hear me? There
Yes.
we go. All right, I got to figure it out. All right, Delta, go ahead, baby.
All right. What's up?
Well, we're live. We were just trying. Well, obviously, the internet's down. Everything's broken. So we were talking about the Discord, and I was like, "Where is everybody? It's quiet." And they're like, "Oh, there's a voice chat going on." So I was like, "Let's hop in here." Thankfully, we muted it before High Top Brooks said bosom. But how are we feeling, Delta?
Still feel confident. I'm not wavering in my confidence. I'm not fully buying all the LSU hype. Clearly, they are.
We're being hacked.
Sorry, I got a phone call.
Oh, jeez, I thought we were being hacked.
Oh, geez, that was him.
No,
That was Lane
sorry.
himself.
No, I think we're sitting in the best position. I think Florida is right there in the best position. We've had the head start above anybody else. It's really a question of whether, what Lane wants to do. It's what Layla wants to do. Layla's a Gator, which gives me a lot of confidence right there in itself. There is some evidence out there that leads us to believe that Lane would be coming to Florida. I don't think he stays in Ole Miss. I think he's past that now. I think that relationship is broken.
Do you feel, we were talking with Dave earlier, and Dave, you can chime in too, Bubba. Obviously there's that ultimatum that's out there, and I just saw that you messaged me like 2 weeks ago. Can I read that message real quick? Do you remember what you sent me, Delta?
Yeah, no, I don't, but go ahead. That's fine.
I love it because, again, this was, I think, I don't even know where our messages went. I don't know where they're at. You said something of like, hey, I still think this happens after the Egg Bowl. There seems to be an ultimatum. This was on the 7th of November. You sent me that. I didn't see it.
Yes.
So obviously that ultimatum is now more public, but you had it a few weeks ago. Do you believe he coaches the Egg Bowl game at all?
If it's true that they're wanting the ultimatum to be answered by the week before, no. If it's true that they're wanting an answer at least by the end of the Egg Bowl, then yes. I don't know exactly where the deadline lies. I've seen it both ways, but Ole Miss has told him for weeks now, hey, look, if you're not gonna, we need to know something. We need to know something. And he's brushed them off, and they've gotten tired of that. And I don't blame Ole Miss for that. I really don't. I think Ole Miss has every right to be served soon so they can get there. They've already vetted candidates. They already know that they can get the top 35. But they need an answer from him so they know if they need to move forward or whatever.
Well, boys and girls, this is our guy Delta, one of our close sources in our Discord. This is a voice chat that we're in. And my Discord just broke. Oh no, it didn't. So if you guys want to hear more, we're gonna head out of the chat, get into the Discord. They're talking now. They do voice chats all the time. Our guy Woods gets in there, obviously Swolder. Swolder, thank you for sending me the video of Shane talking about wanting to get on the golf course.
Yeah,
incredible.
he was adamant about doing that. Now, I will say I'm gonna go back on like my comment about like maybe we hear something today. We may not hear that. That's a possibility as well. But I'm just saying like I heard some news. We might hear something today. We might not. So it's like a 50-50. So it may not even happen.
Yeah, I could. I mean, it's wild times for sure.
Everything's fluid in these kind of searches and stuff like that. So you never really know what's actually happened.
I think what aggravates me the most is, LSU's getting all this press for picking up his family in the private jet. Florida literally did that the day before. Layla, Chris Kiffin, and Knox. I think there were some other family members with them. We literally did that today. So people freaking out because people only see one report. Oh, LSU picked them up. And then we get Gator fans and some other people just freaking out about it. Like, that's just the whole narrative of the media trying to push Kiffin to either stay at Ole Miss or go to LSU. They do not want him to. And I think that's very obvious.
Delta, I think about that. It's like, obviously living in a microwave society, like it almost feels like the Lane Kiffin UF smoke is
young.
Is getting old.
Oh,
it's getting tired.
He can't hear you.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
sorry. Cody was talking. But I guess I don't know how to sync it to where you could hear him.
Oh, my bad. I didn't know
what did you? Say it again, Cody. Let me ask him.
Just basically that UF, the smoke that UF has been going on so long. This microwave society. You can't write any more articles about it, and so a little smoke from LSU does
He's
everybody
saying that like Florida
a favor.
Yeah, that Florida has been talking about it so much that we can't write anymore. But I think where Delta, what you were saying is like it was like an explosion yesterday.
Yeah.
I think it was a Sexton move. I think that it was a marketing ploy to help leverage. I don't feel like it was, and then I think the media hopped on it as well. But I think that there was I think Florida is trying to, which I appreciate. I said this already, and maybe you can confirm or deny, Delta, that Florida is working like that G in lasagna, very silent, which I like.
Yes. That's why nothing got out about them visiting, the Ocala area until yesterday. So
yeah, I'll further add that like anytime the media bites on something too, they're going to over exaggerate the situation for their own bias, also on top of their own clicks and everything else. So anytime you read something, take it with a grain of salt. But there is no clear, decisive decision from anybody.
Yeah, my dad lives down there in Louisiana. And
I agree with that.
Like, oh dang, I keep forgetting.
Well, gentlemen, I appreciate y'all. We just got a brand new bunch of people who became members, so the thing might get jiggy with it in there. I appreciate you, boys.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
See you guys. Voice chat's always rock and rolling in there. Glad we got it in there. I kind of hop in and out of time. So shout out to Swoller and the boys rolling down.
So my dad lives down there in Louisiana, and he was texting me yesterday like it was a done deal. He's like, well, I'm just watching the local news. They've given him the key to the city. Like
wild.
Yeah, he didn't even realize that this Florida stuff is we talked for like 30 minutes yesterday, which we don't talk a lot. We text back and forth once a day or once every other day. Yeah, okay, just telling you. Let's see. See what he sent. Christmas gifts, Yeah.
It's wild how like the
local they are reporting LSU is going to have a short notice team meeting tonight. Also, Kiffin's family is here, giving them the tour. They are still here per local TV. The governor is giving them the tour. It looks like and sounds like it's going to be a done deal. LSU swoops in for Kiffin at the last second.
Oh my goodness.
It's just wild.
I love it. Oh, brother. Good stuff. All right, great show. If anything pops, you know where we'll be. Keep your phone handy, boys. Actually, let's close it out with this song since we didn't get it. Y'all be good, be safe. Smash the like button, subscribe. I appreciate y'all. Peace and love, baby. Knows the bro.
Professor steps in with the foam in the air, got a brew in his hand and a confident flair. Hop so crisp, yeah, they make you care about the science in the bubbles, man, it's rare, so rare. Spinning facts like a DJ on the decks, flavor profiles coming straight from the text.